Hey guys, Shinlux here, back with our blind playthrough of The Longest Journey. Last time we left off, we got into Roper Clack's floating castle. What are you eating? You better not be eating kitty hair, but I know you are, because you're going to barf later. This is why I need to vacuum more, because cat hair is all over the place. And Manny loves eating it, and then he loves barfing. Those are his two greatest joys in life. Eating and barfing. You coming up here, mister? Come on. Okay, see, I thought so. All right, so we got into the castle. Somehow it defeated Roper Clacks. It's fine. It's like a fairy tale. So, but I would wish. I just don't understand why giving him a calculator meant that. Are you gonna lay down, my crazy man? Meant that he died or whatever. Like I don't understand. What are you doing? Why must you be such a crazy man? Oh my goodness. And then, so we're probably gonna have to make a potion or something, because we have all these vials. I'm gonna pick you up, crazy little one. Kiss your belly. In accordance with the prophecy. Yep. Look at the belly. It's so nice. It is nice. Alright, so, now that we've done all this stuff, what are you doing, crazy? Please do not do things. Oh my goodness, you're in the way, but you're rubbing your face against the... Okay, well, why don't you get in my lap, crazy? Goodness, you are a crazy man. So I thought about this more, because I mentioned a few episodes ago that I played Another Crab's Treasure, and that's an interesting one. Mr. Cat, why are... You're moving the mouse. Do not do that. Here, come this way. Come this way. Okay, and then into the lap. Come on, you are loved. You are loved, but you're crazy. So I mentioned Another Crab's Treasure. You're probably smelling your brother. And I basically had to use the assist mode at the end to get through it. Like, probably the last third of the game. Because I got tired of it. I got tired of... every time you hit a boss, you basically... run up against a wall, and you have to spend an hour or two learning the boss's patterns until you beat him. And careful, my crazy man, careful, okay? And also, one of the flaws with the game is that there's the enemies scale. The enemies scale in level as you do. As your level goes up, the enemies also scale. So that's a problem, because I was able to one-shot the basic enemies with a charge attack, and then I noticed I wasn't able to do that, and I'm like, wait, is there scaling? Because they were the same enemies. But yeah, it turns out, yes. So unless you focus on your build, yeah, it's gonna basically get harder. But it's still not terrible. But yeah, I'd recommend it to people that play a lot of Souls games, because it does a lot of things kind of different, and so it's kind of fresh in that regard. But for the average person, probably not, because it is very difficult, and it doesn't have enough other things. Like, it doesn't. People like the story, but it doesn't have enough of a good story, in my opinion. The story's not good enough to justify a non-Souls player playing it. Which is a shame. But a lot of people that do play Souls games and love those, because I was reading some of the negative reviews, and they don't like this game. They don't like Another Crab's Treasure, but they like games like, Elden Ring and Dark Souls, Demon Souls, that sort of thing. And so after finishing Another Crab's Treasure, I was like, yeah, I think I'm good. Sorry, Elden Ring, I'm not going to play you. I was like, nah, I'm good. But now I'm like, well, maybe, actually, because one of the reviews talked about how there's really no need to explore, because the exploration does not give you... It doesn't reward you very much, because there's not really... there's no other weapons or armor or anything. So even though there's a bunch of exploration that you could do, there's really not... The rewards aren't there. You know, and there's... Yeah. And so I'm like, huh, you know, maybe I should play Elden Ring. Maybe I should give it another go. I don't know, that's my thought. So, yeah, we'll see. Let's look at the cauldron. Okay, so we have... Right. There's the exit. We have... vials.
Empty vials.
Yep, which you probably pour your things into. Tap.
It's a tap used for emptying the contents of the pot into a container.
Okay. A yellow flask.
It's a bottle containing a yellow liquid.
Okay. Got it.
It's a big cast iron pot simmering over a slow fire.
So, we probably have to mix. I happened to look at the guide sort of by accident, and like my brain reads things, right? So I'm looking at it and like I just glance down and it's like and so it's basically like sniff and smell and test all the different things to make sure that they are, because all the vials are representative of the things in the book, apparently, which makes sense. Oh. Smell.
It smells like pearls of morning dew.
Touch.
I can hear the rustling of tiny legs.
Is that the spider web?
It has the texture of thin strands of hair.
Okay. That's interesting.
It smells hard to define. Sharp, decisive, earthy.
So we need 3, and then I assume it's probably not hard. The puzzles, you probably just need to pick the right 3 and put them into the pot. You don't need to measure them out or anything.
It feels cool to the touch, like ice.
Earthy.
I can hear a distant tingling sound like crystal bells.
Okay, so it could be ice. Let's exit real fast. Let's go look at the book. Okay, we're looking for clouds, spiderweb, whatever the hell that is. Cloud, spiderweb, and... Okay. Oh, weird, because we skipped white. We did green, and then we went to the right, and it was blue. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's the...
It smells like ozone.
So probably clouds.
It feels moist and light. Fluffy almost.
Okay. Thunder.
It sounds like distant thunder.
Okay. What about the yellow?
It smells like fresh flowers. It feels soft like satin and very fragile. It sounds like the rapid flapping of fragile wings.
Like a butterfly? Okay, so white and green and maybe blue? What happens if we... Okay, well... Oh, let me check the texts real fast. I'm meeting up with people here in a little over an hour, so... Two of the 3 responded. Alright, so let's try... Oh, interesting. They all work.
I shouldn't waste any of the ingredients before I know which ones to mix together. I shouldn't waste any of the ingredients before I know which ones to mix together.
Okay, so we're missing something. Alright, guide it is. Sorry. I'm not... This actually really makes me want to play Riven. See if I could figure this stuff out on my own, because... I know I'm missing something. They talked about the pages, and I'm like, well... I don't know what to do. Where to... Well, the parchment... You know what? Well, hang on, actually. Oh! No, I probably can't have him get the parchment. No, he won't work with that. Which is strange, because it glows. Okay, to the labyrinth, the fireplace, the window. I wonder if I... Hang on. Do I need to put him in my pocket? Is that is that what we need to do? Like, use him on myself? No. Okay, never mind then. Huh. Because we went through there, didn't we? Oh, and we never went up there. Oh, is that a fake one? Where would that have taken us? I don't know. Can we get the parchment now?
Nah, I don't trust my mirror image. She's a bad girl.
She's a bad girl. Okay, well, what can we do then? Okay.
I guess he's not around. I should try again later.
Okay. Is there something we could use on the mirror?
It's like that Star Trek episode with the Mirror Universe Spock. It almost looks like a Mirror Universe me.
That's a problem. Guide it is, then. Guide it is. Okay, check everything out, especially magic lexicon. Take green, white, blue, yellow. Sniff, touch, and listen to each of them. Should give you an idea of what they stand for. Cooking. White, green, and blue. Oh, so it shows me the complete thing. Invisibility, but... Use white, green, blue on the cauldron in this order and make the invisibility potion. Okay. I didn't even consider that the order would matter. You know, she was just like, I don't want to waste any of the ingredients. I'm like, oh, okay, well, we must need the rest of the page. See, that actually does make sense, but it's like...
I shouldn't waste any of the ingredients before I know which ones to mix together. It smells like pearls of morning dew.
What,
It has the texture of thin strands of hair.
We're just gonna go through them all again, just to be safe.
I can hear the rustling of tiny legs. I can hear a distant tingling sound like crystal bells. It feels cool to the touch, like ice. It smells hard to define. Sharp, decisive, earthy.
It's frustrating though, because I'm like, I know what to do. She's like, oh, I don't want to until I know what they do. Like,
Sounds like distant thunder. It feels moist and light, fluffy almost. It smells like ozone. It sounds like the rapid flapping of fragile wings. It feels soft like satin and very fragile.
See, it's annoying because I feel like I haven't done something, but it's like, what am I supposed to do here? Okay, we're back to this. Okay.
I shouldn't waste any of the ingredients before I know which ones to mix together.
Okay, well, back to the... I mean, unless I could use them on Crow? No? Okay.
It's a spell.
Yeah, I know.
Clouds and spider's webs, plus, magic finger? If alchemy is anything like chemistry, that last one is probably some kind of catalyst or something. Clouds and spiderweb plus catalyst makes... invisible?
Got it. This is what I needed to do. Right. I can't just look at it myself and be like, okay, I figured this out. I have to have her tell me, or tell herself, or something. Right? It won't just let you do it. Now it probably works. Yeah, okay. Okay. But it just played a sound, though. And then we'll use blue. Okay, now what? Does it pour automatically, or...?
I'll just pour the finished potion into one of these vials.
Okay, potion.
Like so. Fortunately, they're small enough to carry in my pocket.
Got it. Ah, we do have multiple vials, I see. Okay, so now we need to go get the parchment, because, right, we won't do anything until... And that kind of makes sense. It makes sense that April's like, no, I won't do anything until I know what they do. I didn't realize you had to... Like, I never clicked on the first magic spell for whatever reason, and I didn't realize you had to. And for whatever reason, my brain just didn't do it. I saw the thing. It's like magic spell, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, yep, cool. But that's the that's what it requires. Okay, so now the question is, well, see, it's actually colored in. There you go.
It's a vial containing a magical essence that, with luck, will make me invisible.
But you don't use it on yourself, which isn't annoying. You have to presumably use it on... Oh, crap. Okay, let's grab it. Yeah, see, the flute, you do it that way. The potion, you do it that way.
I'm invisible. That's so cool.
Very good. Oh, and it still works. Let's take the parchment now. Do we still have the invisibility potion? Yep, run away.
Solid again. Good timing. I've got to hold on to this stuff. If nothing else, it's perfect for sneaking into clubs back home.
Is there an actual time limit on it, or is it just enough to do whatever you want to do?
It's a vial containing a magical essence that, with luck, will make me invisible. It's a page that's been torn out of a book. From the intricate schizophrenic handwriting and the frighteningly detailed illustrations, I'd say it came from a spell book. I could be wrong, but no.
Okay, so Back to the tower. Back to the spell book. We'll put it in the page. We'll put it in the book. And then we'll see what she says. Because there was a whole picture. Excuse me. God damn. There's a picture in the guide, but presumably we'll need to do something. There you go. Butterfly, clouds, catalyst. So they're all going to require blue equals leaf.
Butterfly wings with clouds makes leaf? Makes you light as a leaf, probably.
Which, and I assume this one is probably the red. So you probably need this to get the red vial. And then what is that? Oh, a piece of the disc? Equals explosive? Okay, well, we'll figure this out. And then I assume we're going to get all of the vials, and then we'll use them for whatever.
Clouds with brimstone makes storm. Storm? I could bring the wind back with this potion.
Ah, stormy wind formula. Light as leaf. First spell.
Brimstone with brimstone makes Big Bang. Ooh, like a firecracker. I always wanted a firecracker.
Explosive.
Spider's webs and butterfly wings makes... What is that? A chain around a chaotic symbol? Chaotic like magic? Chain magic? Bind magic!
Yep, okay. So that must be what he used on the people or something? I don't know. Alright. Yellow, white, and blue. And as it just so happened, there was 5 vials. Yellow. White. And see, the order matters. That's why they wouldn't let you do it until you have the pages, because if you just mix them at random, you'll get all the potions and you just skip the puzzle.
I'll just pour the finished potion into one of these vials.
Okay. What was the, can we do the last one yet? Because if we can, that would be nice. I'm pulling up the, okay, what do we got? Green, yellow, and blue is the last one. Green, yellow, blue. And it really does use just about every combination.
I'll just pour the finished potion into one of these vials.
Okay, so we still need red. Too bad they're all the same color, or they appear to be. Alright, let's exit. Go over here. So why do we need him? Why do we need Crow? Let's figure this out. Okay, so invisibility, light as leaf.
It's a vial containing a magical essence that's supposed to take off those few extra pounds in a jiffy. Those few extra pounds meaning, of course, everything.
Okay.
The magical essence in this vial is supposedly used for binding magic, whatever that means.
That is weird, because you drink it, right? So you slip it into someone's coffee? Alright, well, let's use this on ourselves.
I'll just take a tiny little sip.
And then hopefully we can just jump for this thing.
Ooh, bitter. I do feel a little less weighty. If I put my mind to it, I could probably jump quite high.
You'd want it to wear off before you hit the ground, or you want it to wear off after you hit the ground. Because if you got up there and then all of a sudden you're regular
I
weight.
should save some of this stuff for the Olympic Games next year. It's a safe bet. I dominate the high jump and pole vault contests.
Okay, so that's the red one. Let's take a look at that.
It smells like sulfur.
Mm-hmm.
Ow, it burns!
Why would you touch it?
It sounds like something's burning.
Yep. All right, so all right, so white, red, blue, and then red, blue. White, red, blue. Or just white and red. Nope. There we go. Okay, pour it out.
I'll just pour the finished potion into one of these vials.
All the texts. Oh my goodness. It's been a week since I've drank, but since we're gonna go have lunch, I'll probably have a beer with that. Maybe a couple. We'll see.
I'll just pour the finished potion into one of these vials.
And that's all the vials. Big Bang potion, yeah. Okay. So what do you do with the wind?
Nothing. It just fizzled. The crystal seems to be in constant fluctuation. Maybe that's preventing the explosive potion from being effective. I'll save it for when I really need it.
Maybe we need to use the wind potion first. Use it on April. Probably on Crow.
I'll save it for when I really need it.
Yep.
Hold on to this vial, okay?
Oh, sure. Holding on to stuff is a specialty of mine. What for?
I'll let you know.
So what, we break the crystal and then release the wind? Is that the deal?
I'm no sorcerer, but I think I have to, pacify the magic in the soulstone first.
How do I do that?
I'll save it for when I really need it.
The flute. Pacify. Wait, what was that one? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Yep, you give it to Crow, so that way he can release the wind or save us or whatever. Yep, it's falling apart. Oh, wait. Are the gargoyles people? Interesting. I didn't even realize they were... Oh, is that... That's Lauren or whatever his name is? Okay, what now? So this...
It's Crow.
Okay, and then the window? Alright, go.
I want you to fly out there, Crow, as high as you can and empty the potion into the clouds.
Sounds good
But
to
what
me.
if there's lightning? I don't like lightning. Lightning has caused better birds than me to crash and burn. All right, I'll do it. I'm the ever-faithful Crow.
Right on. I assume you could have done it in either order, but, and that dude's still hanging on for dear life.
Uh-oh. I guess it's working.
Or no, maybe you did need to release it first.
That's done with. There's still quite a bit left in the bottle in case you need it later on.
Ah. Okay, well, now what do we do? Man, I hope that guy at the bottom is okay. He's in his underwear, too. It's not good. He's gonna hit a tree and get turned into paste. Oh, man. Smart, but he probably should have waited a little bit. How the hell did we get down without crashing? Oh, and we still have Crow selected. That's funny. Okay, well, what now?
I look like a serving maid.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Those are the clothes. Really no diary, huh? Okay, well, okay, I guess Mercuria. Yep. To the pier, I guess. Oh, there's some dude. Aha. Let's talk to the captain. Hey, we saved the wind.
Captain Nebeve?
Huh? Oh, it's just you. Where have you been?
Where have I... Don't you remember? I went north to find Roper Clax and get him to release the wind.
Oh, aye. You know, the wind did pick up mysteriously last night, but,
But what?
I don't trust it to not die down in a few hours. Or at the most, a day or two.
But I destroyed the alchemist. I even set his prisoners free from the rock they were trapped in, destroyed the soul stone, sailed back here in his floating castle, and you don't believe a word of it, do you?
Not a word.
Doesn't matter.
Great.
Doesn't matter because we're still calling in the favor, right?
I did defeat Roper Clax.
Uh-huh. Do you have his severed head somewhere on you?
I beat him. I didn't say I killed him.
Of course you didn't.
Besides, he was absorbed into a calculator. So, I mean, you know, it's a bit hard to prove.
Can we set sail for Elias now?
Well, the wind has picked up a bit, but I don't trust the good weather to last. I don't want to be sitting dead in the water come tomorrow afternoon, so I'll wait a few days more.
Thanks for nothing.
Okay, we just have to find... Let's see if we talk to him again. If something...
Captain Nebeve?
Huh?
Thanks for nothing.
Oh, it's just you. Again. What do you want?
Thanks for nothing.
Yeah, okay, let's go to the city, because I think now we need to see if we can find the navigator. Although... we... lost our thing. We lost the sign-in sheet. But presumably we have to do something here to, You know what, let's go... Let's deliver the thing, and we'll see if she can, I think it's a she. Is it a he or she? I don't know. Ton luck, or whatever? There's a person fishing, right? But they're not fishing anymore? Just have random people. Okay, let's talk to her, asking about...
Excuse me?
Yes? Oh, it is you.
It is. The one and only.
Do you know when Tunlayak is expected back?
I could not tell you, child, but from what I know of the ships in harbor, she will not find one that needs a navigator anytime soon.
Is a she, okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome, child.
Presumably... Oh my goodness. People in their texts. Presumably I need to get the thing back. Let me just check. Oh my god, look at all these texts. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm just texting real fast. They're like, we're all supposed to meet up for lunch. And so one of the guys is like, hey, can't we just get it to go and let's go swim? And I'm like, I have chores. And I'm like, oh, you sent all these pictures of stuff that he worked on yesterday evening. Okay, let's pull out the guide. And I'm like, yeah, it looks nice. All right, so, okay, light as a leaf, blah, 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 blah. Bind magic, summon crow. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I wondered. I mean, it's dumb. When he was talking, he's like, I don't trust it. Do you have a severed head? And I'm like, well, I have the wind potion in my brain. But then he's like, I'm like, oh, well, we must need the navigator. Still, it's...
Captain Nebeve?
Huh?
I got something you want.
What? Well, out with it, girl. What is it?
Oh, nothing. You do remember our deal, don't you?
Remind me what the deal was again?
That if I defeated Roper Clax and brought the wind back, you'd give me a lift to the Isle of Elias.
Sure. The day I see a girl like you
Ah,
bring
yes.
down a powerful alchemist like Clax is the day I hire a woman to be my navigator.
Well, look at this.
By the balance, girl, that's a strong grog you got there. What is it? Tyron spice wine?
It's the wind. Watch this.
Sweet jowl, that's a strong wind. You got some mighty powerful magic there, girl.
And there's more where that came from.
Care to share some of it with us? With that magic, we could make good time to Guienne. Pick up a cargo full of apples and be back here before the competition got, wind of what was happening.
Sure. If you give me a ride to Elias, as promised.
Balance be cursed. Women aboard? When will it ever end? Jowls, bowels. Be here by this afternoon, or we'll sail without you.
As if you'll get far without my wind magic. And you did say something about hiring a female navigator?
Damnation! Do you insist on remembering every little thing I say, girl? Don't you know that Jal has forbidden women from riding the waves?
Sounds like a bunch of sexist bullshit to me. But it's your choice. I got the wind in my pocket. Now you learn to treat women with a little respect.
I've run out of curses, girl. Jal be damned, I am in desperate need of a navigator anyhow. All right, all right. You be here by this afternoon with your navigator. It's not as if I ever put much faith in the teachings of the drunken prophet Jal myself.
Well, you know, they're like, oh, it's sexist, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's that way for a reason. You know, women have more freedom now than they've ever had, and look at what's happening to society. Look at what's happening to women. You know? You give them freedom and they choose, you know, mental illness and homelessness. And you want to put the hands of, you know, put the reins of society in these people? Nah. No. But here's the thing. It's like, you want to prove yourself by all means, but generally speaking, you know, it's like there's a reason that thousands of years.
It's a blue woman. And you know, no big deal. I've seen it all. A blue woman is just run-of-the-mill now.
Yeah, let's check the text real fast. Unfortunately. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna... Okay.
Pardon me, ma'am.
I'm sorry, young woman, but I do not wish to speak with anyone presently.
Ma'am?
Please, leave me be. I do not wish to speak with anyone.
Ma'am?
Please, leave me be. I do not wish to speak with anyone.
See if she'll take the map.
Pardon me for intruding, ma'am, but is your name Tunlayak?
Yes, I'm Tunlayak.
I have a delivery for you.
Oh, a map of the Northlands. I had almost forgotten I ordered it.
Sorry about that. I came by a few days ago, but you weren't here.
No, I was looking for work. Thank you kindly, young woman. I will need this map now, if I am to make it to Khorasan by foot.
Why are you going to Khorasan by foot?
I can ill afford the cost of passage on a ship bound for the Bay of Fire, and since I do not have a job, nor the prospect of getting one, I have little choice.
Are you from Khorasan?
No, I am from the Southlands. I have never been to Khorasan.
Then why are you going there?
Because I am told that in Khorasan, captains allow women to join their crew. Here, in Mercuria, they do not.
So I've been told. But you shouldn't have to go somewhere else to get a job. That just isn't fair.
Fair or not, it is custom. And custom is a difficult thing to change.
Well, I mean, life's not fair. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's like, you could say, oh, they don't allow women to join their crew. It's like, do you think women should be allowed to be prison guards? Sure. Yeah, right? Seems fair. As long as they uphold the duties and responsibilities that a man would do, then yes. Now, of course, you could say there should be maybe physical strength standards as well, right? Like in the combat arms in the military or firefighters, right? There's physical standards. You're expected to carry a certain amount of weight and all that stuff. I'm short and scrawny, so I would not be able to be a firefighter because I'm not able to carry, I don't know, 300 pounds or whatever it is. But they're like, oh, that's sexist because women on. Oh, how did this? Wow, the kitties were moving this stuff. No wonder. But they'll be like, that's sexist because you're not allowing a woman. It's like, it's not it's the standard. Well, women can't meet that standard. Then they're not allowed in, right? But back to the female prison guard thing. It's like, should women be allowed to do that? I think so. However, that's a nice idea. But you look at the reality of the situation, it's like, okay, well, should women prison guards be sleeping with the prisoners? And the answer would be no. It's like, well, okay, what percentage? I mean, it's a huge security risk anyway, right? What percentage would we tolerate? What percentage of female prison guards sleeping with male prisoners should be tolerated before we just say, hey, women should just not be allowed? You know? What is the percentage? Right? Should it be half? Should we say, well, if half of female prison guards are sleeping with the prisoners, then maybe we should not allow it? It's like, well, you know, so right now, what they're aware of, the number that they know for a fact is 40%. 40% of female prison guards sleep with male prisoners. But they think it's actually as high as 70%, which is fucking ridiculous. And that's why you have women that bitch and moan about this stuff, and men are sexist for not allowing us. It's like this shit. It's like April being like, oh, it's sexist. It's like, do you actually understand the reality of the situation? You know? Because women that are like, you know, it's not fair, and it's like, okay, any woman that's like, I should be allowed to do this, but it's not fair, you should not be allowed into that job because you are not being honest with the realities of it. If a woman or any group that claims to be oppressed, right? Any group that claims to be oppressed, if they are not acknowledging their own, their peers' role in whatever negative stereotype, then their opinion is worthless, right? That's just my philosophy. And, you know, you can apply it to the victim status of black people, all these black people claiming to be oppressed. You know, you can apply it to women in the workplace, whatever, female prison guards, whatever else. You can apply it to, you know, trans, gay, drag queens, whatever. Because, you know, as soon as you start bringing up the child predator stuff, it'd be like, oh, gay people should be allowed to teach children, and trans people should be allowed to be able to teach children stuff. It's like, why don't they do drag time story hour to fucking prisoners exactly? Why is it always about kids? You know? And it's like, are they willing to speak out against, you know, the child predators in their own ranks? No, they're not, are they? They're like, oh, well, that's bad because you can't criticize trans people or whatever because they're oppressed enough. It's like, so you're just shielding them. You're just excusing and covering up for their bad behavior. It's like, yeah, I don't care. I don't care then. You know, you want my support, you got to clean your own house, not foist it onto other people. But yeah, let's do the depressed thing.
Why are you so depressed?
Is it that apparent to you? I do beg your pardon. It was not my intent to burden you with my dark mood.
It's okay, I don't mind. I'd like to help if I can.
I do not think you can. Unless you were the captain of a ship, and you could hire me as your navigator. But you are not, and so you cannot help me.
You know, the other thing is, so first off, it's not just about I mean, there's a certain concern about one woman on a crew full of men, how that would definitely disrupt the dynamic. At my own workplace, you could definitely tell we've hired more women now, and the culture has changed. You know, and it's not just the culture that's changed, you have one of the girls, and she's a know-it-all, and she's like, I do it this way, and then someone tries to correct her, and she's like, and like we have these EKG leads, right, for the heart and stuff. So when they're under surgery, you can monitor their vital signs. And one of the guys was like, hey, she's trying to like tie it in knots so it doesn't get tangled, and he's like, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. They're delicate. And she's like, well, this is how I've always done it, and ties it in knots, and it's like, grr, cinches it down, like F you. And it's like, you probably just damaged that because of your ego and your pride. And anyone that's actually, anyone that knows women, like, they argue and stuff, and they argue in a way that they argue with men in a way that a man could not argue with another man. If a man argued with another man in that way, there'd be physical violence. Like, someone would be getting their ass kicked. And women don't, because it's funny, right? Because there's all this talk of equality, but as soon as you fucking swing, they'll do shit that invites a punch, right? But if you swing on them, they'll be like, oh, you can't hit me, I'm a girl. It's like, sorry, not sorry, but they want the power of adults, but they want the responsibilities of children. And you can't have both. That's kind of where I'm at. If you want to be an adult, you want to play with the adults, you want to act like an adult, then you need to actually act like an adult and be responsible like an adult. Can't have it both ways. And that's why everything's falling apart. A lot of these women they're complaining, oh, it's unfair and wage gap and blah, blah, blah. It's like, they won't, as far as the wage gap, they won't look at the fact that men work harder jobs longer. At first, they don't even acknowledge that it's an average, all jobs across the board. Like, they don't want to get dirty. They won't go for like oil rig worker. They won't go for garbage collector. They want the power and the prestige and the money, but they don't want to make the sacrifices required, right? That's why whenever they complain about having to work 2 or 3 times as hard to prove themselves, it's like, no. That's how hard men work. Men have to actually prove themselves to other men. They don't just get a pass, right? And that just shows how sheltered these women have been all their lives. But let's stop real fast because this could go into a scene or whatever.
See you later.
So
Goodbye.
we'll finish our discussion here in a minute, but we have a diary entry to know. Okay, we got to save, and then we'll finish up next time. Okay, so last time we made all the potion, or this time we made all the potions, freed the wind, bound the soul stone, freed the souls, got the parchment, used all the different potions. Yeah. And so that is what we did. We did a bunch. All right, guys, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for your time and attention. Really do appreciate it. Really hope you guys are enjoying these episodes. Yeah, it's this is how bad it is, right? The fact that you talk facts. You say, hey, probably 70% of female prison guards are sleeping with the prisoners. Right? What percentage of trans people are actually child predators? It's something like 50%. Right? But they don't want to talk about it. Right? Instead, they're like, oh, you're sexist, you're transphobic, you're, homophobic, whatever, right? The monkeypox thing came up, right? And it's like, oh, it's anything. And then when you actually look into it, it's like, how is it spread? Oh, it's a sexually transmitted thing. Oh. So this gay couple that their dog got monkeypox. Oh, yeah. Let's stop talking about monkeypox all of a sudden, right? Like, you notice all of a sudden monkeypox talk went away real fast. That's the thing. No one, and it's not even facts anymore. It's political speech. You know, it's the thing is, men and women are different. And I am for equality and I am for freedom, but that's not necessarily a pleasant thing, right? It's frustrating because, yeah. Anyway, I just, women look at men and how much money men make, and they're like, I want that. It's like, okay, well, are you willing to take the negatives? And they don't even look at the negatives. The negatives don't even exist for them. Right? And then they get the negatives and they're like, someone should do something about this because I'm delicate. Men, save me from the negatives of your own freaking job. You know, I shouldn't have to experience, I should get full pay and not, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's like women should be able to vote. It's like, what was the actual requirement for being able to vote back in the day? The draft. And the fire brigade, and I think there was something else. Like you had to be a landowner, but that might have been phased out, right? And women are like, we should be able to vote. And they didn't want to vote originally because women were actually against the ability to vote for other women because they didn't want the responsibilities that came with it. And it was actually men that pushed for women's ability to vote. But now today, they don't know the history of that. They're like, women weren't allowed to vote. Brr, 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 brr. It's like, yeah, you used to actually have to sacrifice in order to vote. You didn't just get it free. There was a cost associated with it. But they don't care. Women don't care because, it's whatever. And that's, you look at society and it's like, well, but everything's so effed up now that you bring up these facts and they're like, oh, you hate women. It's like, okay, you do you. Go, like, that's the thing. Go be homeless then. Go enjoy your boxed wine and your cats. And as someone that, you know, I have no problem with it, but women are more social than men are. And they don't want to be alone. Men are basically accustomed to it. So enjoy that. Yeah, it's like, if you want to be an adult, be an adult. I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. Just don't be a child and then say you want adult responsibilities without knowing what that is. And all these other people that are coddling women, like, no, let them deal with it. Anyway, that's questions, comments, concerns, good, bad, or indifferent. Let me hear them. I do read all of them. I do try and respond to all of them as well. What is your guys' unique positive moment for today? For me, I'm going to say the coffee. It's Folgers. It's black silk. It is pretty good, I got to be honest. It's and it's a dark roast, so it's probably a little bit lower in caffeine, but it is good. It's very smooth. It's very mellow. It's nice. I like it a lot, actually. And it's cheap. It's good enough, you know? So that's my unique puzzle moment. Hopefully your guys just as good, if not better. Hopefully better, of course. And I hope to see you guys next time. Till then, guys, take care.